Yesterday's lore streams were the most eventful 3 hours in the Dream SMP in months, basically since the Discord finale that literally happened almost a year ago. In addition to other things like multiple canon deaths, the anarchist Technoblade and President of Snowchester, Tubbo, teaming up of all things, we got possibly the biggest reveal on the SMP yet, a plot twist more game-changing than Wilbur or even Eric's betrayal. And if you look close enough, you'll realize the story has been hinting towards it for a long time. During the lore streams, we found out that Ranbu was taken into the prison by the warden, Sam, for some unknown reason. Techno decided to employ Nikki and Phil's help to act as backup as he rescued both Dream and Ranbu from prison, using the prison blueprints that Dream gave him the coordinates to while he was in prison with him. Which is strange, right? Why would Dream have conveniently stashed away these extremely precious papers in the ground for someone to find just in case he got imprisoned? He seemed really confident in his victory during the finale, up to the point of Pun's unexpected betrayal. That is, unless it wasn't unexpected. Back to the events of the breakout, Techno successfully rescues the green Teletubby owes a favor, a random guy cosplaying as Sonic the Hedgehog, and an Enderman hybrid. You know, Enderman, the mob is famously known for being able to teleport. As they come out, people gang up on them to attack them, including Sam, who uses Ranbu as a hostage to try and get Dream to stay in prison, which... well, he's using Ranbu's death to threaten the guy he's been keeping alive because he can, you know, revive people. Ignoring that though, needless to say, things went down, including the genuinely shocking event of Ranbu's complete death, which I will definitely theorize about in the future if enough people like this video, because why on earth did he only have one life? What are Ghostfu's special powers and their implication for ghosts in general in the SMP? So if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe. The rest of them somehow survive and make it to the Arctic without being followed, spawning a few customary withers along the way. Techno then proceeds to promptly kick Dream off of his property, asking for his stuff back, which is understandable, honestly. The server treats Technoblade like a walking pink vending machine on legs. No wonder him and Phil get along. But seriously though, how many times has Techno been scammed out of items he's rented people? Pogtopia, the Axe of Peace, that entire room under his base that Tommy used to live in? Honestly, it makes sense that he'd want to take them back before they can be used against him. Then, Dream started hopping streams, making it very difficult to commit to one POV, appearing first in full bloody netherite on Tommy's stream, beginning to threaten and torment the child, and then also forcefully taking from him the Axe of Peace. That name becomes more and more ironic with every lore stream, along the way to repay Techno. He then terrorized Sapnap into giving him his own gear back, basically threatening everyone he loves and scaring them to hell, but that's to be expected at this point. Dream plays into what people already believe, and here's a catch. This is exactly how he pulled wool over everyone, including our eyes, to pull off one of the biggest stunts only an extremely skilled manipulator could. Believe me, you're going to be absolutely flabbergasted by this. Both the characters and the content creators have kept this plot twist secret for almost the past year. They've been trying their best to hide it up until now, when it was finally the time for the grand reveal. And the thing is, this isn't a plot twist that changes the future so much as it changes our view of the past. It makes us reconsider everything we know about the Dream SMP lore and breaks all expectations for what may happen soon. Okay, so remember when Dream commissioned the prison, him and Sam worked relentlessly on this building that could permanently house anyone with pretty much no chance at escape. Unless you knew about literally the one weakness only Sam and Dream were aware of. It did not have the best conditions to the prisoner. It would isolate them, feed them the bare minimum to survive, and not even let them see the sunlight, because apparently Dream deemed it too much of a security flaw. To be fair though, not seeing the sun is pretty normal for the average Dream SMP viewer. We didn't know who the prison was meant for until a bunch of things started happening in quick succession. First, Dream blew up Lamanberg with a bunch of anarchists, successfully pissing off the people who had already disliked him to a whole nother level. After this, the criminal invited Tommy and Tubbo to one final fight, and it was really dramatic. With his stereotypical monologuing and maniacal laughter at the children's imminent deaths throughout the fight, it really seemed like Dream had gone insane. Then, after he decided he had mocked and terrified them enough, he led them down into a giant evil vault containing everyone's possessions. Well, nearly everyone's. It really was just the people he interacted with. Some of them didn't even have any material attachments, so the quality of this plan was truly dubious. Like, it was astronomically dumb. No, you don't get it. This man thought that Skeppy would be trapped in a tiny hole forever by one piece of cracked blackstone brick. That's suspiciously stupid if someone known for his strategic prowess, but I digress. After this, Pun's Dream's one trusted ally betrayed him at the last minute and stopped him from locking up Tommy forever, also saving Tubbo's life in the process, revealing that Pun's truly cared about nothing more than who paid him more. Definitely finale worthy of the seasons of build-up the Discord had. The heroes finally won and they were satisfied. Conveniently, they couldn't kill Dream because he had the power to revive people, so they just stashed him in his own prison for later use and pretty much thought him dealt with, all thanks to Pun's timing his entrance perfectly. Which, how ironic, right? I mean, that's poetic. What are the chances of something like that happening? However, there's something strange about everything I've been describing. A few things are too convenient or don't match up with the characters. This actually led some people, like Bluebell, a lore analyst I know, to believe, and get this, that Dream built the prison for himself and that Punz's entire betrayal was staged. I actually made an entire video on Bluebell's theory a long time ago that you might want to watch back for future reference, but in short, some characters had said some rather suspicious things that might be taken as foreshadowing.
Sounds like a plan.
Holy shit!
It sounds weirdly too perfect, I'll be honest.
The prison wasn't meant for you originally, but now it is.
Who is it meant for originally?
You don't need to know.
He said, I need a prison that someone cannot escape no matter what. And
The problem is that
You just live
the
it.
people or the person that wants to, the person that right now is on my mind to be put in this is highly capable, and you know, it needs to be fortified, you know.
Wait a minute.
Needs to be
Highly
fortified.
capable. You're not gonna put me in there, are you?
I think that you should not be on my side.
Really?
Well, you should, but you should act like you're not on my side.
So we'll still be friends, though, correct? Like, I.
Yeah, no,
It's
no,
kinda
yeah,
just a
no,
for
no,
show thing.
It's no, it's. I mean, you're essentially a spy.
But that can always be chalked up to just amateur writing. After all, from a narrative perspective, it's the perfect story. But that's the most telling thing of all. The Dream SMP is a chaotic, multi-person narrative about a group of characters acting based on their differing goals and methods of achieving them. It is not a perfect story. Still, until today's stream, this was all speculation. We didn't know this for sure. Most people either weren't aware or strongly disagreed, and those who did think so were few and not all that confident either. In yesterday's stream, however, this was all confirmed to be true. Right after he left Technoblade, Dream went to meet up with Punz, the person who had allegedly betrayed him, the person who he should hate the absolute most, who just gave him armor and resources to continue his plan, saying that the only hitch in their plan was it lasting a little longer than expected. Punz dropped the facade and revealed that he was still as loyal to Dream as he was during the first war against L'Manberg. And if that is not enough confirmation for you, get this.
Punz!
Dream!
Yes! Long time
Let's
no
go.
see, buddy!
I thought the plan was to meet you here ages ago. I've been waiting for so long. Yeah, I brought the gear. I figured you'd probably need some getting out of there.
I don't want anyone, you know, seeing us together, so I probably should get going. But I owe you big time right now. If you see a sign, you know, I don't want to tell you what it is, but if you see it, I'll be in your tower, okay?
Oh, it's good to finally see him. Jeez, dude. Keeping an act that I'm against him, dude. I've had to keep that a secret for so long. Oh my god. No one suspects anything. Everyone thinks I'm against him still.
Because the truth is, all of it, every single plot point and action taken during this big stereotypical hero versus villain arc is a lie. The truth is it was all planned out and constructed by Dream to play out exactly this way, and everyone played right into his hands. This changes absolutely everything, as it would mean Dream was never actually defeated, Tommy never actually won, and for Dream and Punz, everything was going according to plan, including Dream being stuck in prison. He never meant to kill Tubbo or imprison Tommy back then. The plan to gain complete control was a ruse, and everything we thought we knew about Dream's character has been flipped on its head. I mean, this gives a completely different meaning to so many things, such as his conversation with Sam about the prison conditions. He made them worse for himself. He also let himself get killed twice, and him promising Sapnap he would get out during the visit makes sense, because he knew he was going to use Techno's favor to direct him for the prison plans, which he had hidden beforehand, and he'd broken out to continue his overarching plan. I mean, honestly, it has so many clues pointing towards it in retrospect. The suspicious comments, how he made the entire server hate him, first doing Doomsday and then by taking their possessions, and I mean, in a way he did manipulate them using their attachments, just the complete opposite way to what we expected. Punz's involvement feels so obvious, especially with the conversation about severing their ties on the surface, which never actually seemed to go anywhere, and the design of the vault itself. I mean, the Skeppy cage. He had a whole prison with 20 cells and was going to put him in a 2x1 space he could break out of in 2 minutes. How can that be any more obvious? In short, Dream sacrificed himself, his lives, and his freedom for his goals. If anything, this whole spectacle has proven to be way more smart and dangerous than we already thought he was, and the SMP should prepare for one hell of a storm. Their villain is back, more threatening and unpredictable than ever, because he has never lost so far, played everyone for a fool, and the plan he has in motion has currently been years in the making. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy this one or the video I made that predicted this all months before it even happened. Subscribe.